And I'm like, all right, cool. I ain't gonna give him what he want. Literally, later on that night, Terry texts me agreeing to let me get Carter for the summer, the last week of June and the last week of July. And I'm just like, all right, cool. I can set the whole Disney World trip, whatever, whatever. So when he texts me back, I'm like, all right, thank you. Got my confirmation. That was all I need. I ain't need to say nothing else to him because, like, hey, I got he gave me what I was asking for. That's it. So after that next morning, I woke up, let Marlon know that these gonna be the dates. This is when we're going to Disney World, and I am so excited. Not only the fact that now I get to actually plan a trip for my kids, because like I said, I've never been able to take them on a trip at all. I actually got a chance to plan a trip for the kids, and I have a job that I'm waking up to. Like, I'm getting up in the morning, getting my kids ready for school, for daycare, and getting myself off to work. Like, I'm feeling like, okay, everything is starting to come back together. Everything is going smooth. Like, forget everything that I was dealing with before. Everything is coming full circle. I'm gonna get back to getting Carter some extra time if I can, if his dad allows me, whatever. But for right now, we're gonna let everything be. So happy about going to work. Work is straight. It's cool. No issues at work. I get off, come home, cook for the kids, do homework. Marlon come home, he'll wash the dishes. And it was like a little system that we had going on. And I was appreciative because I'm just like, okay, now I feel like a little load has been taken off of me. More to the point to where I got my first check. I put the $500 to the side for the rent, and I went out and I bought the kids some clothes, and I also bought Marlon some clothes. I bought him 5 outfits and a pair of shoes. No, I didn't buy him no J's or anything like that. I bought him some Adidas because he used to wear Walmart shoes, so he likes shoes with a little bit of comfort because he's extremely flat-footed. So I got him, some Adidas with the little comfort thing in it. Whatever. They weren't J's. They was Adidas. But I got him 5 new outfits so he could stop wearing the same ones. So when he got home from work, I had it all laid out on the bed. He came in. At first, he didn't see it on the bed. He just saw me sitting on the floor, and then he was like dealing with me. And then I like pointed to the bed, and that's when he finally like looked at the clothes on the bed, and I was just like, yeah, so you can stop wearing the same shirt. Here you go. You got 5 shirts, 5 pair of pants, and some shoes. Here you go, sir. Cause the little sash that I wear when I was selling ice, the little bag, he had now started to wear it because he was like, oh, I guess this is the fashion now with the younger crowd, because he's only 26. Only 26, so that's the fashion with the younger crowd. And then so he started wearing my little fanny pack or whatever. So I'm like, all right, I'll get you some clothes that'll match the fanny pack since you want to make this a thing. All right, cool. Did that. So as the week was going by, we was getting closer to the kids getting out of school. Jackson graduated from the 5th grade where they did that little bridging ceremony. Went to his little bridging ceremony, graduated. His dad couldn't make it because his dad said that he would rather have everything prepared for Jackson when he comes for the summer than make a trip down to his bridging ceremony. It's like making sure everything is prepared when he comes for the summer is more important. I was like, all right, cool, whatever, social bowl. I'm gonna be there. I'm always there. And like I was always there. Marlon didn't even come. It was literally just me. Whatever. But did that. After Jackson's graduation, we loaded up the car. It was time for me to meet his dad with him for the summer. It was my weekend to have Carter according to the custody agreement because it was a federal holiday or whatever, and I was supposed to get Carter that weekend. And I'm just like, well, if Mother's Day weekend, that's what it was. It was Mother's Day weekend. So I'm like, no, it wasn't Mother's Day weekend. Was it Mother's Day weekend? I don't know. It was the weekend I was supposed to have Carter, but I was texting Terry and was like, hey, can I switch weekends? Because I got to take Jackson to Atlanta. Then I'm supposed to be meeting Kyan's granddad with him because at that time I was still supposed to be meeting Kyan's granddad with him so they can get him for the summer. So I'm like, we're going to be in the car the whole damn weekend. I was like, I would rather have him on a weekend while I'm not constantly driving, so I can actually spend some time with him. But Terry was just like, well, no, it's a bad time for me to be switching weekends, this and that. And I'm just like, all right, whatever. But when that time came around, Pop and Lover were not able to get Kion, so I ended up dropping Jackson off with his dad and coming back, and this was just me and Kion until Pop and Lovey could get him. So when I got back to Savannah, because Terry didn't want to switch weekends, I didn't have Carter for the next time that I would get Carter would be the last week in June, which was the scheduled time for me to have him for the summer. So I'm just like, all right, well, let that be what it is. So get back. Marlon's telling me that Dougie be coming into town, and he was just like, well, how do you feel about shrooms? I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, have you ever taken shrooms before? I'm like, well, the hardest I've ever done is weed. I've never done anything cheaper than weed. And I don't count your Adderall, because every once in a while, I'll pop one of Marlon's Adderall pill when I'm really, really tired so that I can get through work. But the thing about his Adderall pill is that I would pop it at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I am literally up wired until 2 o'clock in the morning, literally. So it's just like, I would pop his Addy when I really, 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 really need it. So I'm just like, no, I ain't never did shrooms. So he's like, well, Dougie's coming down. She gonna bring some shrooms. I ain't never did it. I'm gonna try it. I'm just like, well, don't you get, drug tested at the job? He's like, I do, but the thing about shrooms is that it's kind of like food poisoning. It gets out of your body in like 3 days. It's gone. Like you after 3 days, you don't pop for it no more. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, so when she come down, we're gonna try it together. I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll try it together. We'll see how it goes. We'll try it together. He's like, yo, this gonna be so much fun, this and that. I was like, so when she's coming? He was like, well, she's gonna come down on Thursday. Thursday night she'll be down here. I was like, dang, I gotta work on Friday. He's like, it's okay. She's gonna be here the whole weekend, so you'll be fine. I was like, all right, cool. So Dougie came down that Thursday, and of course she had her shrooms with her or whatever. And I told Marlon, I'm just like, look, we're gonna try it tomorrow because I'm off on Saturday, and as soon as I get off work, we'll try it, whatever. But I don't want to try something we don't know how, I'm going to react to it, and I got to go to work the next morning. So I'm like, I don't want to do it. He was like, all right, cool. Well, me and Dougie, we just going to sit out here and we're going to catch up. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm finna go to bed because I had them put Kaya in the bed, and I was going to bed. And Dougie was sleeping in Jackson's room. I had Jackson's room set up for Dougie to stay in. So I ended up going to bed. I woke up, it was around like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm waking up because like Marlon is like tapping me. I roll over and he was just smiling. And I was like, yo, you good? He was like, yo, this shit is scary. I'm like what? What's scary? He was like, yo, I took the shrooms. I'm like, I thought we were supposed to do that together. You did without me. He was like, yeah, I wanted to try it out before you got to it, just in case, something bad happened to me and it won't be affecting you. But yo, this is crazy. This is a little terrifying. And I'm like, but Marlon, we were supposed to do it together. You said that we was gonna do it together. He's like, yeah, but yo. So I'm just looking at him sideways. So I'm like, you ain't never tried before. I ain't never tried before. It was supposed to be an experience we was trying together, but now you saying that you wanted to try it before me just in case something happened so that I wouldn't take it if something happened. That don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me at all because the risk when trying something new anyway, and you wanted to do it together. We agreed to do it together.